At Minnesota, they have everything from a Heisman to a Nagurski in their rich legacy. And today in Minneapolis, the Golden Gophers hope to add another memorable chapter. Little gets the blood boiling, quite like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on the winners of 4 straight, the Minnesota Golden Gophers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Nittany Lions will kick it away to start us off. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Slips through the line. Oh, what vision. There he goes. Open it up. He will score. Touchdown, Golden Gophers.
People still fill in the stands. And he takes the opening kickoff back to the house to fire up the crowd, fire up his teammates. What a start for this young man.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So a dynamite play there, 99 yards. He took it back for the touchdown. They're just about to boot it away, full of energy after housing that last kickoff. And he takes this from inside the 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Looking for a productive play on first down. Handoff to the lone back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
That is just great total defense on that play. First off, you get pressure, you get to hit the quarterback. But 2, you got the intended target double covered. There was no way the offense was coming up with a completion on that.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now 1 more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Quick strike complete. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
That's really got to make this offensive coordinator feel good calling plays. You get a completion on 3rd down early in the game, and he should be having a lot of confidence now moving forward in this game calling plays.
The Nittany Lions have it with a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. A tight one, Jesse.
It seems like every time these 2 teams play, the game just feels faster, right? Because it is a rivalry game. There's just a greater sense of urgency when we see these teams match up.
The fans feel it. They know it. There's so much to it. They think about it all year long. When you talk about the next game on the schedule, they're always looking forward to this one.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his man, it's Brown. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
Quarterbacks are just like anybody else. They get in rhythms. And to get in a rhythm early on 3rd down and have a little success here and get the sticks moving, great chance to continue to get this offense moving down the field to get some more points.
The Nittany Lions are moving quickly down the field. On the ground, it's Carpenter. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
They'll see if they can find some running room on the right here. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. The Nittany Lions racing to the line in the hurry-up. And the Nittany Lions took those plain headgears, got their blocks, and picked up the first down.
Yeah, and those headgears are a staple, aren't they, of college football? I know exactly what you're talking about, those beautiful helmets. They don't change very much, very traditional. Penn State keeps it simple. Being traditional, running the football.
And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete. The biggest lie college football coaches tell is nameless, faceless opponents. David, game like this, you know their name and you know their face.
You know them well, and it does mean just a little bit more because it's bragging rights. Like, the rivalries matter so much all throughout the year. All the fans talking about this game in particular, that's why it means more, and that's why these players will be jacked out of their minds.
Working their way closer and closer, a third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26.
This offense knew coming into this one, guys, how important it was to start early. And on this opening drive for them, they're doing a nice job running the football there on third down. They're in a position on the field now. If you're on defense, you got to be ready for a shot throw into the end zone.
Give to the running back. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Getting some heat. He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. Play of the opening drive coming up, but now this marathon faces a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
This offense wants to get out of the gate fast on their first drive of the game, plus territory. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Unloaded just as he throws. It's incomplete, and they stop him on 4th down.
Coaches talk about it all the time. We're going to be aggressive. Well, they were aggressive on that first drive. They go for it on 4th down. No dice. Now you put your defense on the field. I like the aggressiveness, but now you got to deal with some of the consequences.
Offense getting set for 1st down. Looking to move it through the air. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming, and there it is. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Makes the catch. It's McNabb. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down.
Great job by the quarterback thrown against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! Not content to get the fumble, they scored with the fumble. This time it's the defense finding ways to put points on the board.
There is nothing better than being a defender. Seeing that ball in the end zone, your eyes get big as saucers. Go, jump on that puppy, secure it, get you a touchdown.
All tied up and just about set to kick it away. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. They'll throw it on first down. Blasted as he lets it go. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
All right, well, if you're the quarterback, you know at this point, this is one of those days that I'm going to have to just strap it up. I'll probably be in an ice bath when the game is over because I'm getting hit a lot. We're only in the first quarter. My accuracy and my timing is going to have to be at a premium.
They'll go back to the air on second down. On the run, fires downfield. Pass on the way, it's picked off. He was trying to get that return going. Instead, he'll hand it to his offense at the 38.
Well, we know these are slick conditions today in this game. Wide receiver just didn't seem to really get a good grasp on the ball when it hit his hands. Didn't stick right away. There's a bit of a bobble, and because of it, the defense able to come away with the pick.
And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. And the Nittany Lions in the hurry-up.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
He makes the tackle at the 23-yard line, but not before a pickup of 5 and enough for the first down.
You know, they pride themselves on being physical at the point of attack, dominating at the line of scrimmage. Nice job there picking up the first down.
They go to the ground. A run up the middle is stuck for no gain.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
This quarterback really is going to have to be aware in this game of trying to find lanes to throw into when he's throwing over the middle of the field, because this D-line does a great job getting their hands in the air.
On third down, going up top. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And with that, they've taken the lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Duke answered the bell away from Durham today with an impressive victory. The Blue Devils knew the challenges awaiting them, and they met them head-on. Generally the mark of a really good team. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way, but I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. Extending the play. He'll try to do it himself. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Williams. They'll get the first down, it's spotted on the 49.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
With the catch, it's Williams.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Line getting set on second down. Handoff to the single running back. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line.
Busting big runs like this is a total team effort. Obviously, the back has to find the hole, but you got to have everybody around them doing their job to make it a good play call.
And everybody around them doesn't just mean the offensive line. The receivers getting their blocks downfield is a big deal, too.
It's a huge deal. We always talk about them catching passes, but blocking is so important for their responsibilities.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
Lost yardage on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Wide out in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. And he's dragged down.
Well, in that down and distance, you're probably expecting him to throw it way down the field to get the first. Instead, they go push pass, and they did catch the defense off guard. And even though that was a big explosive play, David, they still didn't have enough yards to get it.
Well, and catch me off guard is relative. That's what you would say, the offensive player. I would say, listen, we're playing a little bit deeper because we're not going to give up the first down. We react to the short stuff, and obviously that's a quick, easy pass from the offense. Rally up, make the play, live to fight another down. And those are the plays you dream about. You blitz, you bring the absolute lumber. Those big hits, man, those can set the tone. And that makes a decision for this offensive player. Do I really want to go near that guy again?
And the field goal unit will stay put as the head coach decides to go for it on 4th down. Bulls his way forward. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down. It might be a gamble to go for it on 4th down. With that distance, it's a real gamble to keep it on the ground.
Yeah, I don't think the defense was ready for it. I know I certainly wasn't. I don't know about you guys. I thought that was going to be a throw, but they caught him off guard running the football, and they're able to keep this drive alive.
The pitch to the left. Snowed under after a pickup of 2. They'll mark it at the 8.
This is a hard defense to run to the outside against because of their speed. And you saw in that last play their ability to go sideline to sideline, win at the point of attack as they shut down that sweep play.
Yeah, and it's also hard when you get in the red because what do we do on defense? We bring in all the big bodies, so there's not a lot of space in there to run. I like getting the ball in the perimeter. You toss it out there, you run it back. He gets out there faster. Got a positive game.
And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Minnesota! There have been many many series, novels, movies, long-form plays that have been over in shorter period of time than that drive. That was a marathon.
And that's just so frustrating when you're a defensive guy, time and time again, trying to get the stops, and they just keep making the plays, and they punch it in for a touchdown. Demoralizing.
And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Give to Brown. At the 35, he's loose. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
Yeah, I'm so impressed watching this guy run the football. And I'll tell you, I think Joe Paterno would have loved this guy in his offense, too. His teams always prided themselves on being able to run the football, right? Be more physical than the opponent. This guy has the ability to just wear defenses down. So hard to stop.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Offense breaks the huddle. It's 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws for the tight end. Got him downfield. Smashes ahead. Touchdown, Penn State! A great catch and run for 6.
Well, you know, this guy's a huge weapon catching the football, and David, he's difficult to bring down. What an athlete with his size and speed.
Dude, it's stupid. You want me to play defense now against all these guys and all this speed and skill all over the yard, and then you got a tight end like this who can not only catch it with his big frame and his big body, but do that after the catch. It's just so hard to play defense nowadays.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. To the ground with the back. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. They're getting this guy lathered up. At the 45 on his way. He's off to the races. Touchdown, Golden Gophers! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they take a 21-17 lead. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Here he comes with the return. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth. I got to to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. You can't let our serve get broken.
2nd and 10, he'll throw again. Looking to the big tight end. And it's picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. Touchdown, Minnesota! What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return. What a play by this defense with the pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Nevada was able to come away with a hard-fought victory in Reno. It wasn't one coaches will point to the rest of the way as a perfect 60 minutes of ball, but it is a step in the right direction. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. At the 35, he's got room. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
And that's all you want, right? You want that first down. Understand the situation. Understand I got to get north and south, get a first down, get a new set of downs.
The give to the back. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. The Nittany Lions want to move quickly. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. He's got it again.
And a great job by the offensive line. You're going to run the ball right at the middle. You better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big gain.
Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. He's moving out of the pocket. Makes the grab outside. It's Brown. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
And this offense stays aggressive and they pass the football. I think you can always look back and say, 3rd and short, I'd love for you to run it and be the more physical team. But nice job sticking up and bowing their necks to this defense.
They were unfazed by that earlier 4th down failure and will try for a 2nd time in this one. He's going for a big play downfield. And it's incomplete way downfield, and the defense rises to the occasion.
That is just a play you've got to be able to come up with. They don't get bigger than that. 4th down, you've got to make the catch. Whether it's a perfect throw or whether it's off of your body, you're good enough and you're athletic enough to haul that play, and you've got to make the play for your quarterback and your offense to keep that drive alive, and he's not able to come up with it.
They'll give it to the back. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. The offense will have to use its first time out of the half.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Oh, that was less than choreographed. Everybody going on their own snap count there. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Now on second down. He's looking to throw. Trying to make magic with his feet. Still on his feet at the 45. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30. They'll immediately call timeout.
It's just so hard to stop. There is no rhyme. There is no reason. He just scrambles around, makes people miss, and the next thing you know, you look up and he's 20, 30 yards down the field, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Looking to go up top on first down. Got a man. It's Williams. And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. From the red zone, looking for a space. Touchdown, Golden Gophers! That is the ultimate grab and go for the score. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
The kick is good, but the penalty flag indicates we've got a roughing the kicker call coming. You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Handoff to the lone back. Got room at the 35. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Starting a drive like that really builds confidence. First down from the 45. He's looking to throw it. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Golden Gophers will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops. So this is a critical drive here for this offense.
And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hand.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
This offense has a second down play. He's looking to throw. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Well, you know what they say, tips lead to picks. And the offense, they're lucky that one wasn't intercepted.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Throws to the back. That's caught. It's Brown. Finally run out of of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. He's up to 94 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. 6-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. Dumps it to the back. Grab near the marker. It's Brown. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down. This is the kind of performance, guys, that sort of etches your name in the lore of a rivalry.
And playing big in this big moment, on this big stage, it is so nice to have a playmaker like that you can highlight.
Oh, picked off. Trying to take it back. He's at the 40. Running inside the 20. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota! Just one moment, and all of a sudden, the fortunes turn.
You're in a position where you're about to give up points. And now you flip that around and you put points on the board. Perfectly executed. What are you doing in interception? First guy blocks the intended receiver. Everybody else starts to form a wall where the ball's going. Nice blocking, nice interception, nice return for the touchdown.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Ole Miss is down, but they are not out of it. Not when that crowd spent the morning in the Grove getting ready for this one. Let's see how those fans impact the rest of this game. They're trailing by 10 to Tennessee. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. He gets it all the way out to the 19-yard line, a pickup of 6.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical. They wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense. They're churning out positive yardage early.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Right back to the well. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
They'll put it in play from the 27, first down.
Get set, get set.
Brown has it. Get him on the ground after a 4-yard run out to the 31.
It's just simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. The give to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Quarterback by himself in the backfield. On third down, he drops to throw. Snagged in the middle, it's Brown. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys, but that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season, and man, you know he's looking for more.
From the gun, running back gets to give. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. They'll ride the hot hand.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8.
2-9 Philly. Alert.
Leaves it with the back. Little too soft in that run defense. He picks up 4 to the 32. The Nittany Lions headed quickly to the line.
Reload. Go.
Give to Brown. He'll come through on 3rd down as he's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the 1st down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
The Nittany Lions will have it 1st and 10. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough.
On the go.
After the miscue, 1st and 15 for this offense.
Cobra. Unlock. Ready.
The give to the tailback. They pull him down after a 4-yard gain down to the 24.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Easy. Low.
Leaves it with the running back. Going to be a gain of about 3 down to the 21. Just outside the red zone at the 21, but it's 3rd and long. They're going to test that run defense to the right here. And the defense knew exactly where that 1st down line was, and they stopped him short. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Quarterback strolling away from Heat. He caught it into the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory.
Okay.
2nd down coming up. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Check.
On the move, it's Durham. And the Golden Gophers will call on their punt team. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Not a lot of hope here, down 3 possessions late.
No, and I love this part as a pass rusher because I'm just pinning my ears back, getting to the quarterback. I know it's a pass every single time. Palmer, I'm trying to pad my stats. I'm sure you're just trying to stay upright.
Well, we're definitely just trying to stay alive at this point, but you're also trying to build confidence, too, for your next opponent. If you can find some completions late in the game, even though it looks like you're going to lose it, it's all about building on the good things you do this week so that you're out executing at a higher level.
And that's a really good job by the defense understanding leverage. I can't let that fast sucker get outside of me towards the sidelines. Nice job expanding with them and then going and making a tackle. One of the hardest things to do in football is tackle guys in the open field. Great job going and getting them on the ground.
Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock. The Nittany Lions will snap it on 1st and 10.
3:25.
To the ground. He's got it again. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. On 2nd down, looking to throw. Complete downfield. Timeout is called with just a single second left. And the Nittany Lions will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal.
Let's go. Tuna. Griffin.
Looking to throw. Lets it go to the end zone. And he throws another interception, his 3rd of the night. The 40. The 20. Past the 10. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Golden Gophers! They build this 4th quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0.
Dude, you're just thinking, hold them to 3, make them kick a field goal, don't let them score points. Heck no, you turn it into offense. What a play. Catches the ball in the end zone. Take a knee. No, sir. I'm taking this thing all the way back 100 yards to the house. What a play.
You know what's great about rivalry games? Each side hates every wretched breath the other one sucks into their greedy lungs. Figuratively speaking, of course. And when you win, oh, is that sweet.
It's glorious to be able to brag, to be able to text message your buddies, to be able to post stuff on social media. It's a lot of fun. I think fans like it more than anybody, but it's something that every year you have a couple games starred. This was one of them, Jesse. They took care of business, and now you move on to the next.
They really did, and we saw some great individual efforts in this game by the winning team, too. So cool to see some of these players that have had terrific collegiate careers make some of the biggest plays of their lives in this game, in a rivalry game that just means so much. This was a fun one to call.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.